All right, today we are going to talk about factors and multiples. All right, so grab your highlighter and we need to highlight our first vocab word, factor. Okay, factor is the numbers you multiply together to get a product. All right, so the numbers you multiply, that means 3, right? 3 and 4 are the factors of 12. 12 isn't the factor. 3 and 4 are factors of 12. Okay? The next one we have is multiple. This is the opposite, kind of. Okay? Multiples are a sequence of products or answers using the same base number multiplied by different numbers. Sounds really complicated, but it's really, really, really not. Look, our example would be, these are multiples: 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. They're all multiples of 7. Meaning that they all of these numbers, 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35, they're in a sequence, right? They're all answers to 7's problems. 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4, 7 times 5. Those are the answers, the products in a sequence of the base number 7. Okay, so multiples of 7 would be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Multiples of 3 would be 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, the products when you multiply by that number. Okay, so we're going to look at finding factors and finding multiples. We're going to do this over the next couple days, but finding factors, okay? You start with a product, which is not a factor, right? Product is the answer. You start with a product and see how many numbers, how many factors you can combine to make that product. All right. I really, really like to use T-charts. They can help. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at 12. Okay. And a T-chart makes it really easy. This is a T-chart, looks like a T under the number. All right. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see the 12. Okay. And I'm going to start with 1. Every single number can be multiplied by 1, right? So 1 times what is 12? Well, 1 times 12. How about 2? Can we multiply 2? Can 2 be a factor of 12? Yeah, 2 times what? 2 times 6. Okay. How about 3? Now, sometimes it might not be, but 3 in this case is, right? 3 times 4 equals 12. All right. And this is where a T-chart really helps us, because now we know we're done, because the next number I would have on the left-hand side would be 4, right? But I already have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is already over here. If my number is over here, I know I'm done. Once I get to 4, oh, I already have it over here. I'm done. My factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Okay. So same thing. We're going to look at 24, and then I'm going to let you do some on your own. Okay. 24, we would start with 1 times 24. 2. Can 2 be multiplied? Well, yes. The trick for 2 is if the number is even, it can always be multiplied by 2. So, or 2 is always a factor, rather. Sorry. 2 times what is 24? 2 times 12. How about 3? 3 times 8 is 24. How about 4? Well, yeah, 4 times 6. How about 5? 5 is not, so that would be 5 times 5 is 25. Nothing times 5 is 24. And then 6 would be my next one. And look, 6 is over here. So I'm done, because I already have 6 on here. It would be 6 times 4, and I don't have to write it again. So my factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. Okay? I want you guys to try the next two on your own, but hit pause because I'm going to do them while you're doing them, and then I'll just start the video again once I have them answered. All right, so hit pause and answer 18 and 45. Try to do those ones, okay? Okay, so hopefully you did 18 and 45. You might not have gotten all of these, okay? That's okay. It takes practice. But 18, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Okay, it's an even number, so 2 definitely goes in. 3 times 6, no 4, no 5. All right, and then when we get back to 6, 6 is already over here, so I know I'm done. I don't have to keep going. All right, 45 is a little tricky. 1 times 45, it is not an even number, right? 45 is odd. So 2 can't be a factor. But 3, this is the one that a lot of people probably would miss. 3 times 15 is 45. So if you didn't put that one down, you can write that one down. 4 doesn't multiply. 4 times anything doesn't multiply to 45. 5 times 9 does. 6 does not. 7 does not. 8 does not. But 9 does, and 9 is over here, so then I know I'm done. Okay? All right, so those are factors. Okay, we'll keep practicing those. Now we're going to talk about finding multiples. Finding multiples. When you find a multiple, okay, a multiple, remember, is the answer, the product, in a sequence, okay? So you start actually with a factor, right? So here we're going to start with 3. And see how many products, how many multiples you can make using that factor. So here we went, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 multiples. Okay, we found the first 10 multiples of the number 3. So 3 is the factor, but we're going to find the multiples of 3. Well, it would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Multiplying them in order. So the multiples of 2 would, you're right, you guessed it, would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so I would go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, okay? And they're going to probably ask you how many they want. Here I just gave them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 multiples of 2, all right? But they might say, only give me the first 3 multiples. So what if they said, give me the first 3 multiples of 5? Okay, the first 3 multiples of 5 are going to be 5, because 5 times 1, right? Then 10, 5 times 2. Then 15, 5 times 3. Okay. What if they ask for multiples of 10? What if they want the first 8 multiples of 10? Well, I would do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That's the first 8 multiples of 10. Okay? All right, I want you to try 8. 8's a little trickier. Okay? 8's trickier, but I know you can do it. So hit pause and try it on your own. Okay. So I forgot to tell you how many multiples to write, but the multiples of 8, the first 8 multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, right? 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 8. All right? Those are the multiples of 8. So we're doing the same thing with 4. All right? We would go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Okay? All right, those are how to find multiples and how to find factors. We're going to do a lot with those. All right, know the difference between factors. Factors are the small numbers we're multiplying. Multiples are the products, the answers that we get after in a sequence using a certain factor. Okay? I know they're confusing, but you're going to get it. I promise. Don't get frustrated. All right? Great job.